Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about something really powerful. How to take a crisis, any crisis, and flip it from being a moment of failure into a huge opportunity for growth. It's all about building resilience, not by dodging problems, but by learning from them, really digging in.
So let me start by asking you this. What if your biggest failure could actually become your greatest strength? Just think about that for a minute. I know it sounds kind of backward, but honestly, it's the entire idea behind smart crisis management. You're not just trying to survive the storm, you're using that storm to learn how to build a much stronger ship.
Okay, so to really get this, let's use an analogy, the learning flywheel. Picture a huge, heavy wheel. That first push to get it moving, it's tough. It takes a ton of effort. But then the next push is a little easier, and the next one is even easier. Pretty soon that wheel is spinning with its own momentum. Well, that's exactly how learning from a crisis should work. It's a process that keeps building on itself, making your team stronger and smarter with every single rotation.
So how do we get that flywheel spinning? Well, here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with the crisis learning loop itself. Then we'll see how looking back helps us leap forward. After that, we'll hit the most important part, turning lessons into real action. Then we'll figure out how to make those insights stick, all leading to the ultimate goal, building real, lasting resilience.
First up, the crisis learning loop. The big idea here is about a fundamental shift in your mindset. When a crisis hits, everyone defaults to reaction mode, right? You're just putting out fires. But the real growth, the real learning, only happens when you create a deliberate system to move from just reacting to actually reflecting. It's all about a repeatable process for getting better.
So, where do we start? Well, we start by looking back. This is where we tap into the power of what are called post-incident reviews. It's a methodical way to break down exactly what went down. Now, let's be super clear. A post-incident review is not just a casual chat about what went wrong. No way. It's a systematic process. And the goal is to honestly figure out three things: what actually worked, what totally fell apart, and, this is the most important part, why it happened. That why? That's where all the gold is buried.
And finding that why really breaks down into three clear steps. First, you've got to identify the root causes, not just the symptoms you see on the surface. Second, and this is the one people almost always forget, pinpoint your strengths. What did your team do right, even under all that pressure? You have to know that so you can do it again. And finally, you find the specific areas for improvement.
All right, this brings us to what is without a doubt the most critical piece of this entire framework. It's about turning what you know into what you're actually going to do. Because, let's be honest, a brilliant analysis is completely useless if it just sits in a folder somewhere. This is where the magic happens.
Just look at this comparison on the screen. On the left, you have a totally vague lesson. Communication was poor. Okay, and? So what do we do with that? It's useless. But now look at the right. That's an actionable insight. Establish a single communication channel managed by a designated crisis lead. Bam! See the difference? One is just a complaint. The other is a concrete plan that actually fixes the problem.
Okay, so you've got these awesome, actionable insights. Great! But how do you stop them from just fading away before the next crisis hits? Well, you have to institutionalize them. You have to weave them right into the DNA of your organization so that these lessons stick around for good. And there are some great tools to make this happen. Use things like after-action reports to get it all down on paper. You run crisis simulations and drills to actually practice the new way of doing things. You build systems to share this knowledge so everyone's in the loop. And of course, you update your official policies and training so this becomes the new standard.
All of this work, the reviews, the insights, making them stick, it all leads us here, to the ultimate goal of that flywheel. By doing this systematically, you're not just getting ready for the next crisis, you're actually building a state of what we can call enduring resilience.
Because at the end of the day, this whole thing isn't about a checklist or some one-off project. It's about fundamentally changing the culture. The real goal here is to create an environment of continuous improvement, a place where every single challenge, big or small, is seen as a chance to get smarter, faster, and stronger.
And that really leaves us with this final thought. This framework is all about helping you turn every single crisis into the foundation for a stronger, smarter future. It's a roadmap for making sure that the lessons you learn the hard way are never, ever wasted.